Okay, we've got Josh Jackson, player extraordinaire. How you going, mate? You good?
Very good.
Tell us a little bit about the Boomerang Effect and its place in your life and in your game.
Yep. So the Boomerang Effect is pretty much just all about positivity. It just involves effective communication on the field through clear instructional talk and through positive messages of motivation and encouragement. And the theory behind it's quite simple. You start by thinking positive thoughts, and then eventually that leads to positive communication within the team, and which then leads to positive actions on the field. And it's really good within a team environment because it's contagious, and once you sort of get that positive motion going, you get a roll on and you get a lot of momentum throughout the game, and it spreads throughout the team. A good example of it sort of in practice was last year against the Warriors over in New Zealand, which is always a tough game, and we were down 16-6 at half time, I think the score was, but I remember just walking into the dressing sheds and there was just a real positive vibe and a really good body language, and everyone just had a clear certainty that we could go out in the second half, stick to our processes and win the game. And that's exactly what happened. We scored a try early in the second half, but we were behind for still most of the half, and then with 7 minutes to go we pulled it all together and put on two quick tries and ended up winning the game. And that was a great win for us. We used that game as positive encouragement and motivation, and it was a good experience to sort of draw back on later in the year when we were in tight games and in a bit of trouble. We could always know that we could bounce back because we'd done it before.
And tell us a little bit how you used then acknowledgement. Was that the recognition of that moment?
Well, that's it. You acknowledge those moments and use them to your advantage in games which are similar. If you're down at a game, you've just got a confidence in yourself and in the team. If you just stay positive and stick to your processes, you don't have to do anything extraordinary. You just stick to a simple, your game planning, a simple positive process, and you just know from that experience that you can come away with the win.
Do you actually talk about that win on the field? Do you say, oh, we've done it before, or half time? How does it work?
It doesn't have to be like that, Often around training we'll talk about it, but in the game, it's more of just a feel of that experience, and it's hard to explain.
We've done this before.
Just a clear knowing amongst the playing group that we can do it. You don't have to do anything special, just we can do it, we've done it before.
And that's how the Boomerang Effect works, a clear knowing?
That's it, it's just contagious in the team environment. It's probably the best word I can sort of come up with, but it just a spiralling effect of positivity amongst the team, and one positive word of encouragement to one player, if he passes that on to the next, and eventually it turns into actions, and that's what we want on the field.
Thank you very much.
No dramas.